Hello pilots and welcome back to another X-Wing unboxing video brought to you by Out of Art Gaming. Today we have the Phoenix Cell Squadron pack to unbox with the new B-Wing and A-Wing. So I'm really excited to go through this pack with you today. So first impressions is that it is indeed a box, and a box filled with lovely new toys and cards for us to have a look at. So let's crack straight in. So I have taken the cellophane off the packet just to make it a little bit easier. So we will start with the ships. So as we're already very aware, we do have two new A-Wings for the RZ1 Rebel variant. And these are in the olive green of Phoenix Squadron, as featured in the TV show Rebels. Now, if you haven't watched that TV show and you're unfamiliar with some of these characters, I do suggest going back and watching it. Not only is it a very, very good show, adding a lot more to the lore, but also there are some great scenes in there with these ships. So let's have a look at the B-Wing first. So this is the Hera prototype B6 B-Wing. Now, slight variation to actually what is in the show is that we don't have the additional cockpit down here, we've just got the standard gun. So it is a repaint of the updated model for version 2. So that means we do get the closing S-foils and the rotating cockpit. This one is a little bit stiff, but that's fine. It means it's better able to actually position it in the angle that you want when it's on the board. So lovely ship there. It's a really vibrant orange. So really looking forward to getting that one on the board soon. And as I said, we have two copies of the olive green RZ1 A-Wing with a nice bit of engine glow in there as well. For anyone that can actually paint engine glow inside an A-Wing there, that looks quite fiddly, but it's already done, so no worries there. So that's going to look really nice alongside the other A-Wings that most people will probably have. Now this pack is a really good pack for newcomers, giving you two ships in there and giving you a good basis to start with your Rebel fleets. And also for older players, giving you more variants of the ones you already have. So let's have a quick look at the cardboard. So first things first, we have our pilot cards. So we have Hera, Ahsoka, Sabine and Shara Bay, Wedge Antilles and Derek Clivian. We have our 3 dials, so as you'd expect, 2 RZ1 A-Wing dials and the B-Wing dial. Some charge and shield tokens, they're probably going to come quite handy. Now just for the back of the pilot cards, we do have 3 Phoenix Cell Squadron pilots and 3 Green Squadron pilots. Moving to the other set of cards, we have a number of tokens, including the 3 Force tokens for Ahsoka, more shield tokens, focus, evades. We've got your turret arc indicators for the new A-Wing upgrade. We've got Hera in the B-Wing. We've got Netrum Pollard. And on the back we have Blue Squadron Pilot and Blade Squadron Veteran. And we also have your ID tokens there as well for those of you with the dial covers. So not a huge amount of cardboard, but exactly the right amount for what you are going to need. Now let's have a look at the cards. So nice hefty wedge of cards there, which we do like. Now, I know a lot of these cards have already been previewed and spoiled, but it's good to go through them and see what we've got. So, first things first, we have the reason you're buying this pack probably, Hera Syndulla, Phoenix Leader. While another friendly ship at range 1 to 2 defends or performs an attack, you may transfer one of your focus tokens, evade tokens, or locks to that ship. So a very good support ship there from Hera, but also I6 in a B-Wing, going to be quite scary. We have Netrum Pollard. Now this is an ability I like. After you barrel roll, you may choose one friendly ship that is not stressed at range 0 to 1. That ship gains 1 stress token then you rotate 180 degrees. That's just crazy. I'm looking forward to seeing that actually being used on the board. And we have your Blade Squadron Veteran and your Blue Squadron Pilot rounding out your generic cards there. Moving on, we have Hera Syndulla again, and this time in the A-Wing. So the same ship ability there, well, same pilot ability there in the A-Wing, but you do get obviously the vector thrusters, so after you perform an action, you may perform a red boost action. So nice to get an I-6 A-Wing there. We have Ahsoka Tano with 3 Force. After you fully execute a maneuver, you may choose a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 and spend 2 Force. That ship may perform an action even while stressed. So again, another really good support ship there that can actually help you with your offensive or defensive capabilities. Now, I know that's 2 Force, so that can be quite expensive and Force starving, but you do have 3, and you might not even need it. So those Force can then go towards helping Ahsoka with her attack or defense. Or even any Force abilities you put on her, as it has been confirmed she has 2 Force abilities, or Force upgrades. So we have Shara Bay, green 4. While you defend or perform a primary attack, you may spend 1 lock you have on the enemy ship to add 1 focus result to your dice results. So giving this A-Wing at least a little bit more punch there. Really nice ability. Obviously only having 2 attacks there can be quite limiting for the A-Wings. We have Wedge Antilles. While you perform a primary attack, if the defender is in your forward arc, the defender rolls 1 fewer defense die. We know it, we love it, and it's a great ability. Again, I'm glad this one translated onto the A-Wings. I think it's going to really benefit them with only having that 2 attack dice outside of range 1. I think this is going to help to make the A-Wings have a bit more bite to them. We've got Derek Clivian, aka Hobby. After you acquire or spend a lock, you may remove 1 red token from yourself. So, K-turning and target locking for days. That is a brilliant ability. And if you notice, he does have the old blue paint scheme on there. So if you want to be thematic and you like using that, if you've got your old blue A-Wings, you can still use that. We have Sabine Wren. This is a pilot a lot of people have been quite excited about. While you defend or perform an attack, if the attack range is 1 and you are in the enemy ship's forward arc, you may change 1 of your results to an evade or a hit result. This is very powerful, essentially making her an honorary fang fighter there. So again, that's going to be quite handy for the A-Wing, getting in close, range 1, having the 3 attack dice and being able to change 1 of them to a hit. It's a really strong ability there, so I do like that. And obviously we have our generic card, so we have 2 copies of the Green Squadron Pilot, 2 copies of the Phoenix Squadron Pilot. Now here's the quick build cards for those of you that actually utilise these. We've got Hera and a Blue Squadron Pilot. Got Netrum with a Blade Squadron Veteran. We have Hera in the A-Wing with Sabine and a Phoenix Squadron Pilot. Wedge with Hobby and a Phoenix Squadron Pilot. And Ahsoka utilising Patience and Sense, so maybe that'll be something people will look at with the Phoenix Squadron Pilot. And Shara Bay with the Green Squadron Pilot. And for those of you that like the epic play, we have the Phoenix Squadron. So Hera Syndulla with Zeb Aurelius and up to 4 Phoenix Squadron pilots. So that's for your huge play. Now let's have a look at some of these upgrade cards. So this is one we were quite excited about. So this is the epic only version. So the B6 Blade Wing prototype. Add 1 gunner slot. Attack target lock. Gain 1 ion token to perform this attack. If this attack hits, the defender suffers 1 additional hit or crit damage for each matching uncancelled result after the first. That's range 2 to 4 with 3 dice. So very powerful. Going to be quite interested to see if this can take down an epic ship on its own, like in the TV show. But I do like this upgrade. It's really thematic. There was a lot of discussion about how this would work, so I do quite like this. We have the Phoenix Squadron card here. So you are a wing leader. Your wingmates must be 2 to 5 of the following: 0 to 1 attack shuttle, 0 to 1 Shethapede class shuttle, and 0 to 5 RZ-1 A-Wings. Now this is for the Ghost. So this is absolutely crazy. Finally we're going to get mixed size squadrons. So it's going to be interesting to see how that flies. And there is a reverse side for this. So at the start of the planning phase, one of your wingmates that is docked with you may join your wing without gaining a stress token. While you or the attack shuttle wingmate or Shethapede class wingmate defends, up to 2 of your RZ-1 A-Wing wingmates in the attack arc may each suffer 1 hit or crit damage to cancel 1 matching result. So quite a standard style command card, squadron card there, allowing you to spread the hurt, but really nice. I like the fact that you've got that with the Ghost. So other cards we've got in the pack. So we have Deadeye Shot. I'm a big fan of this talent card. Debris Gambit. Hopeful. After another friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, if that ship is limited or has the Hopeful upgrade, you may perform a focus or boost action. So obviously we don't like our ships being destroyed, but this gives you some benefits there in allowing to either move your ships out of the way, so hopefully they're out of arc in future, or giving them a little bit more defensibility with those green tokens. And in the pack you get 3 copies of that. Now we've got Mark Sable Closure. Again, another relatively new card. After you fully execute a maneuver, if you moved through an obstacle, structure, which we still haven't had to find what a structure is, or huge ship, or if you deployed, you may choose 1 ship in your forward arc at range 1 to 2. That ship gains 1 strain token. So a nice way of reducing your enemy's ability to defend against you. And we get 2 copies of that. We have Saturation Salvo. While you perform a torpedo or missile attack, you may spend 1 charge from that upgrade. If you do, choose 2 defense dice. The defender must re-roll these dice. So we all know that. We all like that one. The Starbird Slash. For those of you that have not got the Heralds of Hope pack, here is your opportunity to get this. After you fully execute a maneuver, you may choose 1 enemy ship you moved through. That ship gains 1 strain token. Then, if you are in that ship's firing arc, you gain 1 strain token. I've used this a couple of times, it is good fun. And you get 2 copies of that. Now we have the new Y-Wing talent here, the Tirfon Belly Run. You can perform special attacks even while at range 0 of asteroids. While you defend, if you are at range 0 of an obstacle, attack dice cannot be re-rolled. This is so cool. Really looking forward to seeing that on the board. I think it's going to make Y-Wings quite good, like a lot better, and just you'll be less worried about flying over rocks now. And you get 2 copies of that, and that is obviously available as well in the Fugitives and Collaborators pack. So we get a copy of Extreme Maneuvers. Normally you'd only find this in the ETA 2. While you perform a boost action, you may spend 1 force token to use the turn left or right hard template instead. So it's the force variant of Daredevil. Really good fun card. Instinctive Aim. While you perform a special attack, you may spend 1 force to ignore the focus or target lock requirement. Patience. At the start of the engagement phase, if there is an enemy ship in your front arc, you may gain 1 deplete token to recover 1 force charge. Sense, with Ahsoka on there. During the system phase, you may choose one ship at range 0 to 1 and look at its dial. If you spend 1 force token, you may choose a ship at range 0 to 3 instead. Passive Sensors, this is a great little upgrade card. Spend 1 charge, you can only perform this action in your perform action step. While your charge is inactive, you cannot be coordinated. Before you engage, if your charge is inactive, you may perform a calculate or target lock action. So really good for your lower initiative ships that move first and you're not quite sure if you're going to have someone in range. You can really utilise this to combine your target locks. So it's a really nice card, that. Auto Blasters, another card that's been quite difficult to get hold of. If the defender is in your bullseye, roll 1 additional die. During the neutralise result step, if you are not in the defender's front arc, evade results do not cancel crit results. So a really sneaky card if you get around the side there. Synced Laser Cannons, another fantastic card. If you are calculating, the defender does not apply the range bonus. I'm a big fan of this on the TIE Brute. Plasma Torpedoes. Spend 1 charge during the neutralize result steps. Crit results are neutralized before hit results. After this attack hits, the defender loses 1 shield. Mag Pulse Warheads. Spend 1 charge. If this attack hits, the defender suffers 1 crit damage and gains 1 deplete and jam token, then cancel all hit crit results. And you get 2 copies of that. XX23 S-Thread Tracers. Attack, focus, calculate or target lock. Spend 1 charge. If this attack hits, each friendly ship at range 1 to 3 of the defender may acquire a lock on the defender, then cancel all dice results. So really good there if you don't think you've got a great shot, but you really want to boost your friendly ship's shots. And you get 2 copies of that in there. Now some new cards. Sabine Wren, Gunner. After you perform a special attack, you may choose a number of friendly ships at range 0 to 3 of the defender, up to the number of the damage cards dealt to the defender during the attack. Each chosen ship may remove 1 strain or stress token. So if you get a nice big hit there, then you can really help your guys out in later turns. So that's a really nice card there. Quite wordy, but quite straightforward actually. Suppressive Gunner. People who've been watching the channel may know that Quinn is a big fan of this. So while you perform an attack, you may spend 1 focus result. If you do, the defender gains 1 deplete token unless it chooses to suffer 1 damage token. Weapons System Officer. After you perform a special attack with the target lock requirement, you may acquire a lock on the defender. The B6 Bladewing Prototype. This is your standard title card, so this adds the gunner slot to your B-Wing. And you get a copy of these stabilized S-foils. 2 copies of the stabilized S-foils. That's actually really good. And the Vector Cannons for the RZ-1. Gain a turret indicator. Treat the arc requirement of your primary attack as turret. Replace your Vector Thruster's ship ability with the following. Vector Cannons. During the system phase, you may perform a red boost or rotate action. You can rotate your turret indicator only to your front and rear arc. So very similar to the RZ-2 A-Wing. And you actually get 4 copies of that in there, guys. So that's really good. For those of you that have a few A-Wings already, getting quite a few copies of that is really handy. But that is the Phoenix Cell Squadron pack there, guys. Now, I don't know about you, but I am really excited about this pack. Really happy to finally get this out and hoping to get this on the table as soon as possible. But let me know what your thoughts are on the Phoenix Cell pack. Which of the 3 new packs you think is your favourite, and what cards and upgrades you think are best and most excited about. But until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, do click the subscribe button and the notification button to know when the next video is up, and we will see you next time.